Don't mind PB. He's just messing around with some stuff today. Confusion. I decided to see whether or not I could swap Oda for another version of a Time Hero. Pat, you can't even select Oda to replace, which kind of sucks. Not gonna lie. So that is an odd turn of events. A rather odd turn of events. I'm not going to go through the whole process again, but basically, my thought process was maybe, just maybe, we could, I don't know, get away with some stuff. But apparently, the game is not going to let us do that. So, unfortunately, that means, yeah, no joy there, no joy. Why am I losing power? Why have I lost power? This irks me. This irks me a little bit. I have all my affinities. What did I do? What did PB do? PB, why have you done this to yourself? Maybe a different one? Cover, no. Wish, HP, no. Don't need defense. Blazing is attack, vision is accuracy, attack, damage increase. I really just want to run full offensive on you anyway. Rage recovery makes sense for this character because he's basically like a shoe nation. Alright, anyway. What I was trying to do was, in a nutshell, was trying to figure out the replacement options down here. Now, of course, everyone should be familiar with this anyway, but apparently you can't really swap Oda. He's not even a selectable character. You can see, even though he's listed as a deployed character for me, I can't even select the deployed character. I can only add Date, and of course you can swap Date for Hojo, but you would never do that in your entire existence. If you had Hojo and you wanted to swap to Date, absolutely perfectly okay. Another one is Tokugawa, which you can swap for Kenshin or Motochika. And of course, we've already got Motochika at 7 stars, but at the same time, we don't need to do that. But what I was thinking, what my brain was thinking, was how does the replacement work for the Time Heroes? Was it similar? Was it different? Looks like they're preventing us from swapping from Yoshiro to Oda, but that's okay. Anyway, you don't need to worry about PB. He's good. He's trying to figure some things out. There's a couple of things that we need to remember. Of course, if you haven't watched the previous video, the equipment stones are very, very important. You want to be getting your 5 a day. If you don't know where to get them, you can grab them from the glory shop. So I would recommend doing your glory haul every single day anyway. And the reason being is they upgraded the levels to 38. So they've increased it for those that are at the end, which basically means that you can get imperishable. I believe you can get a full set of imperishable shoes and maybe a scythe. I don't think you can get the full scythe. I think you only get 50 shards of the scythe, but you can get some gold and stuff like that. Absolutely worthwhile pushing all the way every single day. It is important to do so. I think the level cap has increased quite a lot as well, which is quite nice. But if you are curious, you should probably be getting that. And if you can afford it, grab some of the essence stones here. I want to say that I want to grab that. I know it's only available a couple times a week, but I do want to get that. You just need the relic essence. So if you've hoarded 20,000 of these, go ahead and do it. If you don't, that's absolutely a-okay. But basically, just keep doing these things every single day. Grab those. It is going to help you plug along, particularly if you are a free-to-play player. Now, next on the agenda, Dong Zhao got a facelift. He got the 6-star upgrade. And of course, we stuck the gourd on him. If anyone's curious, the gourd on Dong Zhao is brilliant. We might do some gameplay at the end of the video, do some PvP. Oda ideally would be better with the 7-star sword, but the Serpent Halberd works okay on him. The reason I'm not running the 7-star sword is just because it's not high enough. It's only at 5 stars, so I need to max that out before I make the swap. It is kind of important to have them maxed out because of the skill abilities. It's not a huge power boost, but the damage-wise, it is quite nice. You do get some additional things that it does. And of course, the accuracy. I kind of wanted to run the halberd because the further you push in this game, the more redonkulous the accuracy debuffs are on the enemies, as well as the evasion, which is essentially accuracy debuff. So that's an interesting notion. Do I have anything to do here? Fire deity, we might be able to level you up one more time. Yes, very nice, very nice. Another thing to mention is they upgraded the amount of stones you can acquire, probably in conjunction with this event here because you're going to be spending a lot more stones. So every single day it is important to do this and it is important to do that because it's pretty much an extra 120 stones a day, which is great. Fantastic for those that are in the know. But realistically speaking, I always purchase these. I'm going to keep purchasing these stone packs so I can finally get Dank Stash up to 7-star pretty much for free throughout the event. Another thing, before we get too far into it, actually, you know what? We'll just jump into it. Otherwise, people will just be like, I wanted to talk about Time Heroes, not everything else, PB, come on. Well, there are Time Heroes, and they are pretty amazing. So we have this one, and we have this one. So we're going to call it Mori, or Mari, Mori. We're going to call you Mori. And Shingen. We're going to go Mori and Shingen because they're going to be the easiest ones to pronounce. If I offend you with my enunciations, I do not care. One little bit. So this guy here, very interesting. He's almost like Hojo. I feel like he's a Hojo. But anyway, that almost sounded insulting. It is insulting. Hojo is terrible. But this guy here has elements similar to Hojo. So he has wind and fire. So this will be interesting. He does physical damage to 4 random enemies. Okay. And he inflicts military artifact on the target lasting 1 round, reduces damage reduction of all enemies by 10%. For 2 rounds, damage debuff is not too bad. Minus accuracy, evasion, attack, and defense. But it's only 1 target. Only 1 target. Deal extra damage to physical damage to the target. Inflict military on the target. Wait a sec. Deals extra physical damage to the target. Let me have a look. Does he hit all 4? Oh, maybe he does hit all 4. Alright, well, if that's against 4 targets, that's pretty impressive. For those that don't know, evasion and accuracy are pretty much the most important statistics in the game. If you don't have enough accuracy, you cannot hit the target. If you have more evasion, then you cannot be hit. So, interesting. Gentle Forest deals physical damage to, again, 4 random enemies. Extra damage, physical damage to target. Why is it saying just deals extra damage? I know physical damage is interesting and all, but to the target, inflict one of military arts effect. One effect. Lasting 1 round. It gains damage, increased damage reduction. You restore 50 hatred. Okay, so you do not start with 100 hatred. Interesting. Let's have a look at what Gentle Forest does. Same thing. 4 random enemies. An Unshakable Mountain passive. At the start of each round, gain 1 of the following effects. Wind Banner, Fire Banner, Forest Banner, or Mountain Banner. At the start of the battle, gain 50 extra hatred. Okay, so you do start with 100 hatred then. Interesting. Gain 1 extra turn after attacking. That's not too bad. There's a lot of mythic heroes that do that already. Fire Banner, the subsequent attack deals additional damage. Forest Banner, when attacked, you reflect damage. Okay. Alright, well, reflection is nice. We know how powerful that can be. When taking damage, absorb 30% max. Okay. And the subsequent attack will inflict the absorbed damage. So basically, same as reflect. Alright, absorb, but I think you heal yourself, maybe. Maybe the Mountain Banner is not too bad. Known as the Tiger of Kai, he is one of the most powerful dominos with exceptional military prestige. Interesting. I mean, he's definitely a support hero. Like, I wouldn't say this guy is offensive based off my initial assessment. Now, of course, this is going to be interesting. What are you going to look at? What are you going to get to when you're 7-star? Military evasion. Okay, I wanted to see this because this is important. So it's minus 20% attack, defense, evasion, and of course accuracy. Your damage bonus is okay. But again, if you're a support hero, it's more likely that you're not about supporting. Sorry, well, you're not about defense. and you're not about offense. You're about doing something to the opponent, and I feel like that's you might be squishy though. This will be an interesting one. What about you, Mori? Let me have a look about you. You look like a support hero too. Interesting. Between the two of you, all right. This one does magic damage. So this one does physical damage. This does magic damage. For those that don't know, there are two different damage types, and you have resistances against them. We're going to be holistic today because we can take that. We're going to have the luxury of doing that. So as you can see, the statistics here are physical defense and magic defense. Most characters have pretty much equal. So it's interesting. But like I said, that is pretty much the breakdown of those two things. So let's go back into the index. Let's go back to you. All right, Muri. So you do magic damage. If the target has debuffs, ooh, you could work well with Oda because he loves buffs and debuffs. Deals physical damage to all enemies. Extra managed. Okay, has debuffs. 60% chance to inflict front row enemies with wind barrier. Okay, bleed or wind barrier lasts 2 rounds, increasing damage reduction of all allies. Okay, wind barrier unable to gain 3 stat buffs. Huh. Well, hello there. That that could be interesting. I wonder if that counters anything that the beasts put out as well, because that could pretty much cripple Pixiu's ability to reflect or absorb damage. That could be interesting. Bleed. Receive max damage, of course. We already know what bleed does. Basically ignores defense. Quite nice. Let's have a look and see what you do. So it's either the front row. Wow, you actually hit all enemies. All enemies. Oh, okay. And you have a chance to either inflict wind barrier or bleed on the targets. Wind barrier being the first row or bleed being the second row. 60% chance and a 60% chance. So you could do both or none. But it's 60% chance. I like my odds. Wind barrier does look quite nice. That's actually insanely powerful. I'm curious to see why they did that. Magic damage to all enemies deals magic damage. Of course, this is the same thing. Pretty much exactly the same thing. But because it's the ultimate, there's a high percentage chance. It just looks different. I'd say that this is going to be a very annoying... does this stack? Can you stack this? All these questions Phoebe has now that he looks at this. Because if you can keep stacking the debuffs, unable to attain buffs. Oda, what do you do? What do you do? During odd numbers, remove 1 buff from target. During even numbers, remove 2 buffs from self. Interesting. Let me have a look at this. Physical damage to target. During odd numbers, remove 2 buffs. 30% chance to resist debuffs during odd numbers. Restore 2 rage. What is it? I read somewhere that he does more damage to targets with stuff. What is this? The fewer targets are, the higher damage. Deals 30% damage. Does 30% more damage for each buff on self more than target. Oh. Gain 20% increased in 2 damage rounds. Interesting. For each. 30% more damage for each buff on self more than target. Unable to gain 3 stat buffs. There's a big brain moment happening right now because that's kind of scary. That means that Oda can essentially destroy an entire team round 1. If you can buff the shit out of Oda. Wow, he might be able to decimate the front row. Of course, the halberd is going to prevent him killing everyone, but he's probably going to be able to kill most. That's going to be intense. I mean, I'd almost just run Mori in slot 1 with, oof, I don't know. Slot 1 or slot 2, she needs to be run, or they, them needs to be run slot 1 or 2, basically to get this out, because, yeah, and you need to run a mythic weapon on him. or they. Jeez, I'm gonna call him him. It looks like a him. Anyway, we can just assume that. Maybe I'll Google it later. I don't think chicks could hold two swords, so I'm gonna go with it's a him. But basically, that could be interesting. That could be a very lethal combination. I'm more interested in that. Now, of course, in PvP, this guy here is probably going to be king, only because of the accuracy and evasion debuff. But outside of that, I would say this person's probably going to be a exceptionally strong hero. If you are going to run this one with Oda, that's going to be insane. At the start of the battle, prevent two front row allies from 3-stat debuffs. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this is so good for Oda. You're gonna slot Oda in slot 3 and then you slot this guy in slot 1 or something like that. That's so good for Oda though, because that means that he has immediately he cannot be debuffed on himself. And the more buffs he has and the more debuffs the enemy has, then yeah. Alright, well, we just have to find ways to debuff the enemy basically. Debuffing the enemy, well, we're preventing the enemy from getting anything. The more that you can debuff the enemy as well, like that paralysis from the MC with Shao P as well. All the things, all the possibilities PB's coming up with. But it's all around Oda though, which is kind of interesting. I'm going to be very curious to see just how strong this will be. Max HP, true damage, duration of the fight. Um, this is cool. This is very cool. I'm happy that we could talk about that. Let me know in the comment section down below. Who do you think is going to be the most powerful one? Do you think it's going to be Mori? Or do you think it's going to be the other guy? I've already forgotten him. Damn it. Anyway, I feel like we can move along to our index. Let's have a look to see. Of course, we do have Knight Tatui. We're going to call him Knight. He looks like a very, I don't know, hungry looking monster. Um, Darkness and Shroud. When the first round ends, you deal magic damage, ignoring defense like Karkadan to all enemies with 30% chance to treat crippled for 1 round. Crippled targets cannot take action. Oh, wow. Cannot take action and lose HP every round. What the heck? So basically, it's like a ticking time bomb. Deal damage for crippled at 100% of average hero's attack. Quite interesting. Chance to move debuff or buff from target. Oh my goodness, more removing of buffs. Oda, you're going to be the meta. Afterward, remove thirst from allies and release gorged, increasing all allies' damage bonus and resistance by 15%. Chance to devour enemy target. What? And you can eat the enemy target. Kill the target instantly. Ah. Okay. It ignores puppeteer, invincibility, and dodge. Wow. Devoured damage caps at 60% of average max HP. Alright, so they have to be below 40%. So I mean if you can absolutely decimate the enemy team and yeah, then maybe this guy can devour him. Wow. At the start of the battle, grants all allies thirst, which is life leech, steals 30% of damage bonus and damage reduction. With the highest attack enemy at the front row. Interesting, shares with all allies, inflicts all enemies with greed. That lasts throughout the current battle. Every time an enemy hero dies, 50% of their attack will be evenly shared by surviving heroes. Every time an even numbered round begins, additionally steals 10% of defense from the enemy with the highest attack and evenly shares with all allies. This guy is phenomenal. What the heck? Like, oh, this is unfair. If you're a free-to-play player, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. This is so unfair. What the hell? I mean, I'm in love, but at the same time, I'm horrified. I'm horrified because I know players are going to be using this against me. That just seems very excessive. I want to see what you do. Can I see you at higher ranks? Is going to let me see. What are you at 7-star? At the start of battle, 30%. What? 30%? Alright, so it's still 40%. Every time a hero dies, 40% of their attack? What the hell? Every time an even number begins, additionally steals, caps out. That's crazy. Let me have a look at this one. I mean, obviously this. PB is going to be spending money. He already knows that much. Uh, when the first round ends, this is pretty much the ultimate. You can pretty much. It's almost a guarantee to inflict cripple. It's a 50-50, I should say. I like my odds. Target take action loses max HP every round. 100% chance to remove a buff from the target. Interesting for every one fewer enemies, you increase damage and chance to inflict cripple by 10%. What? Afterwards, remove thirst from allies and release gorge. Damn. What's the cap? What's the devour cap? 2 rays. 50% chance. Is that no 80% chance to devour enemy target whose HP was below 50%. Wow. Wow. But does that prevent resurrection? Does that prevent resurrection? Interesting. I'm going to be curious to see whether or not that means then can you still be resurrected by Kyrian? Can you be resurrected by the Zai's Charm? Can you be resurrected by the Phoenix Gourd? But overall, very impressive. We are going to go ahead and purchase this though, because we need to. Because basically those 10 shards is phenomenal, and we're going to grab those as well. What I will do is, if I can get it, I think we can, we should probably just grab you. Yeah, we're just going to grab you instead. Just because I don't think, where's this total recharge? 580. So I need to buy one more. One more. What can we get for one more? One more, PB says. Do I really want to buy you? Do I really want to buy you? What do you got? You got outfits in it. I mean, the outfits are nice. Do you give me anything else? No. Alright, that's a terrible investment. Don't do that. Alright, let's go to the wish shop. Let's just grab a gift pack, a daily gift pack. $1.59. You know what? We'll just get the daily gift pack. Yeah, we'll just get some wishing stones. I think I'm like 99% sure I've already purchased that. Yep. So we don't need that one. So what we need to do is we need to go in here and get the recharge pack. I'm going to get 20 of those. I haven't really spent very much on this event, which is great. I do like that. Oh, my bad. Come back. Let me keep claiming. And of course I need you, and we're going to grab that for silver because we don't want to spend gold on that rubbish. But that's fun. That's fun. What are we doing at now? So for those that are curious, I need approximately I need 540 gold merit. I need 540 gold merit. I don't know if it's going to be possible. I'm gonna hope that it's possible, but at the same time, I don't know if it's possible. What's the one below me? So I do need to come in top 3. Do I need to come in top 3? I feel like I guarantee I must come in top 3. Yeah, I need those 3 selections so that I can get the 450, and then I'm still gonna be short, aren't I? Damn it! I'm still gonna be short. Don't tell me that, game. Don't do me like that. PB might have to spend more money. This is terrible. We'll see. I'm 99.999% sure that I need because I can get 35 from here, and then I pretty much need 270 of the ones. Yeah, I'm gonna need it a lot. And the reason being is I just want a 6-star Dongjiao. I want to get Dongjiao out of the way. I don't really want to use this selection chest. Mythic Divine. Ooh, hello. I mean, it'd be rude not to buy you, wouldn't it? Ooh, I'm conflicted with that one. Should I get Gonsan or should I get the other one? Geez, the temptation is real. The temptation is real. We must resist. Must resist. I still have a 1 day and 19 hours to decide if I want to keep spending on that one. But in saying that, that's fine. I was going to say that we will be doing some more account review videos probably coming out tomorrow. So if you do like that, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notification button. It's a good learning tool for those that are already in the game or those that are starting out. Personally, I think it's a great opportunity to build the community and showcase some amazing accounts. There's always going to be, there's always going to be haters out there saying the game's not friendly to free to plays. I would argue that out of most of the games that I've played, there is an imbalance, but it's not an imbalance where you can't enjoy yourself. The biggest issue is Siege. I don't care what anyone says. The biggest issue is Siege. Um, and it's not a nice place, but the real reality is it is not Farmville. It is a Siege. So it is what it is. All right, enough chit chat. Let's see if I can actually get to 280. Can I get another billion power? Can I get one more billion? Is that possible? It might be possible. Wait a sec. Let me see. Is there any other ones that I want to do? I want to do attack actually. Let's get attack. Let's get HP. Oh, it's going to be close. And crit actually. Crit would be a good one. Well, it's going to tell me it's 380 billion. It's alive, and I'll take that. All right. Well, if you enjoyed this type of video, make sure you do hit that like, subscribe, notification button. Jump into our Discord in the link in the description box. I'll see the OGs in the chat. If you do have any opinions at all, let me know. And of course, if you see me on Facebook, I feel like you should say hello. Say hello. Don't be a stranger. Is it going to be Mori or is it going to be Shingen? Very interesting. Very interesting. Until next time.